Shota Imanaga on the 15-day injured list with a mild hamstring strain. Cody, how worried are you?
Luke Stuckmeyer, I'm just it's annoying because I'm really enjoying the season, but we're having like when we have little dips, like little
This isn't a little dip, this is a problem.
Sure, yes. When we have problems or just an injury that happens, why is it just like the most like just take the knife and stick it in and twist it a few times? Why does it feel like that? Steele out for the season, right? Heck, Tucker, I almost thought Tucker was seriously hurt after the Sunday game on that slide in the 9th inning. And I was like, if I lose Shota Imanaga and Kyle Tucker in one game, like, what did I do to deserve this? Is it because I was insufferable on Saturday at Wrigley North? I deserve to be, considering how bad it's been against the Brewers over the years. But yeah, it just sucks, man. Not when like this team's rolling right now, dude.
I'm actually a little bit relieved that after the hamstring injury, they do an MRI and it's not worse news. Yeah. Now, Justin Steele was out a month last year with a hamstring strain. All injuries are different. Players are different. All of it's different. But if you're using that as a guide, maybe, you look at it and say, they probably don't have to go out and make a crazy trade yet. This team has shown you more than any team in baseball so far this season that they can overcome adversity. They can get knocked down and bounce back up. They get knocked down one night, the next day they bounce right back up. They blow a game, they come right back and win a series. They've done it over and over. They've bounced back from Steele being knocked. Their ace is out for the season. Now their co-ace is out for at least 2 weeks. And Javier Assad hasn't pitched at all this year.
Right.
And yet they're finding guys that are stepping up. Those guys are going to have to do it, I'm guessing, for at least a month. It's a huge ask. But if the offense is playing the way they are, can Chris Flexen and some other guys, Colin Ray, Matthew Boyd, Jameson Tyone is now the ace, like, can they hold the ship while we try to get through these rough waters?
For a month, I think they can tread water.
Okay.
As you bringing up all these water metaphors. I think they can tread water for a month. Now, Chris Flexen, I tweeted this like last week when they promoted him, because they had to promote him or else he was going to be outrighted or something, whatever the term is. And he's pitched 3 clean innings on Friday against Milwaukee. It was a 10-0 win. It was no stress. He came in, ate some innings, and saved the bullpen, right? So I haven't seen anything from him, but he was great in Iowa. He's coming off a season where he was terrible, but with the White Sox, now he has an elite defense behind him. I don't know what to expect. He's the big, to me, he's the big like toss-up of like, I don't know. But you have Cade Horton, your number 1 pitching prospect. You got Jordan Wicks. Is there another name that we're missing?
Well,
right
Cade
now?
Horton.
Yeah.
Cade Horton's the name that everybody's going to ask about because the Cubs' top pitching prospect has been very good his last couple starts. He's actually had a really good season so far at Iowa, but he's coming off a serious arm injury, and he hasn't pitched that much at the minor league level. Is it too soon? He's proven it. Now, Jed Hoyer said he's definitely an option. He's definitely an option, but do they have to go to that yet? I think Horton's already starting to force their hand on it a little bit because he's starting to dominate. He's walking less guys.
Yep.
He's starting to do the things they want to see. He can get away with things at AAA that he won't get away with at the major league level. So that's why the one thing they wanted right away was cut down on the walks.
Yeah.
That's been better. How soon do you want to go to it? Can you get through it a couple starts? It's not ideal with the Giants in town and then the Mets, who are also playing great baseball in the National League. But if you can get past those two, if there's a silver lining, and I don't know if there is one, it could be coming in a sweet spot of the schedule to where they're playing lesser teams and they might be able to ease somebody in to the rotation for a little while.
Yeah. Cade Horton for sure has the highest ceiling of any of these other pitchers. Yeah, I like Jordan Wicks, but I know he struggled in Iowa. But we've seen him be good when he first debuted and all like the second half of 2023.
But an ERA over 6 at
Right.
Iowa.
And injured last year, came into spring this season 20 pounds lighter, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know what's going on with him in Iowa right now. So that's definitely a question. But even if he was pitching well, Cade Horton still has the highest ceiling between those two. You know, with how this team's playing right now, like I'm kind of okay if they do just roll the dice and see what he can do against the Mets. But I think anyone expecting anything great against the Mets, you're just setting yourself up for failure because this guy hasn't pitched in Major League Baseball and he would be going up against one of the better offenses in the league right now with the way some of those guys are hitting. So I think it would be a great test. It would be fun to see if he did well, and it would be one of those, okay, well, how do we go back to the drawing board and get right after that, especially with some easier teams coming up. So, you know, would I like a softer landing spot? Yes, but I don't completely disagree with anyone who says, nah, just go with Cade now. So it depends on how you view it. I would like a softer landing spot for him, but I'd get up for it if he pitched against the Mets this weekend.
If the initial MRI results were worse than what they appear to be, then you might have seen the Cubs be forced into overpaying and making a panic trade early. They still are going to have to make a trade later, but a panic trade and overpaying for a starting pitcher. Teams just aren't doing that right now. But they don't have to go that route, and I don't think they're going that route. They just need some guys to hold it off for right now. But it is sort of crazy that this team is playing great baseball. They have a nice lead in the division, and Steele's out, Shota's out, Assad is out, Wicks is not a factor. If you would have thought those 4 guys, you just wouldn't have thought this was possible. So I think it's almost as much up to the offense as it is to some of those guys, because I think you can get some piggybacks from Keller and Flexen, and I think Ray can give you a couple more starts in there, and you might be able to get through this. Now, you might not have the record you have now, and that would be understandable. But it's not impossible to get through this, and still, if you can get through Shota's injury and still be in first place, remember when we said, hey, if they can get through this schedule, the toughest in baseball, through the month of April, and have a 500 record, it's gravy after that. That's what they got. Now, if they can get through Shota's injury with Steele already out and still be in first place when Shota comes back, that's what I'm looking for. And that might be a negative way to look at it, but that's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, same. And, you know, we'll see how long he's actually out. At least 2 weeks. His injury it's the same as Justin Steele's last year. So I'm just going to guess that he will be out a month.
Are you curious about the hamstring cramp that he had the start before, and then he comes out and he injures the hamstring in his next start? I'm not a doctor. I don't know if it's connected, but is it something that we should have said, maybe that wasn't just a cramp? Well, maybe it was a precursor. I don't know. Again, I'm not a doctor.
I think I would lean more towards with you on that if he didn't go out there in Milwaukee on Sunday and pitched well.
Yeah.
But he to me, he had his best start of the season in Milwaukee, and it just got ruined because of
he was running to first. He didn't do it on the mound.
Right. So maybe it's more than just eating a banana, but like I think you have to give him as much time as you need, obviously. You don't want to rush him back. It's not late in the season. It's not September and you're in a pennant race. You're comfortably ahead in the division right now. Just, again, tread water the best you can.
What do you say about toughest battles?
God gives the toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
It's your turn, Cubs. It's your turn.